Hey, AR, how you doing? Oh, how are you doing? How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, my friend? What's up, eyes? We're the Juneteenth in December. Type the word faith. Type the word faith. Don't forget the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Be sure to connect with AR. He's a growing channel if you want to grow your channel. Type the word faith. Type that in there. Let's see. Oops. See. Type the word faith, guys. Type the word faith. Hit that like. You put like shit, but shit out. Instead of share out, you hit shit out. I love to talk. You put shit out. She meant to put shit out, guys, not shit out. Let me see what we first do here. Funny, this how you been doing, eyes? What's going on? What's going on? I should have put up a invite button just in case. Let me see. I should have put up an invite. Let's see. Let me put up an invite button. That's okay. Oh, eyes, you have Cash App? I'm going to spin the wheel, so those that's coming in the room, I'm going to put their name on the wheel. You have to have Cash App only. You have Cash App? Just tell me yes. Yeah, yes, if you have Cash App. I should say type yes if you have Cash App. If you have Cash App, yes. And I think you do. First one up on the wheel. I don't know if AR is still here. But as people come in, I'll put their name up on the wheel. Yes. So I'm trying to wait for a few more folks to come in. Come on in the room, guys. Come on in the room. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on in the room. We're going to discuss a few things. We're going to discuss a few things. Hi, Wong. Wong, I don't think Wong has Cash App. You have Cash App, Wong? I don't think he does. I don't think he have Cash App. What's going on?
Hello.
What's happening?
Good. You were saying about spinning the wheel. That I didn't see. It came down.
No, I took it down because as more people come in, then I put their name on the wheel. Hey, Cassandra, living life. I put their name on the wheel as they come on in. But you can stay up here if you want to. Cassandra, do you have Cash App? I'm trying to put folks' name on the wheel to win a small cash prize. A small cash prize.
Right.
You know, like I only have Cash App. Some people have Zelle. She said yes. Some people have all that other good stuff. I don't be having all that other good stuff.
No,
like Zelle.
Listen. Every little matter. Everybody's spending their money up for this holiday anyway. Shoot.
That's right.
So what you doing for the holidays?
Nothing much. Oh, let's see. Let me see. Yep, so I have her name up there. Okay, your name is up there. Okay, let me
I gotta open up my tablet because I hate trying to see the chat at the same time.
Oh, I hear you. Music over here. Sometimes StreamYard want to act right, and sometimes they want to act just pure retarded.
Yeah. And I think it's sometimes too the cable service, because my cable started it was fine since I moved here. Then lately it been starting to act up, and I had to tell them look, my cable acting up. I don't know what's going on. I had to update my cable.
Yeah, sometimes that happens too. Val, do you have Cash App? I'll be spinning the wheel at the end before I get off. So, but I'm doing just Cash App only. Give me a yes if you have Cash App, and also type the word faith as you come into the room. Do you have Cash App, Val? Oh, she said no. Make your chances even more. I'm sorry. Hey, Patty Fish. You have Cash App, Patty Fish? Type the word faith, though, Val. You have Cash App, Patty Fish? Type the word faith.
I'm about to open up my tablet so I can see.
Yeah, you have Cash App? I'm quite sure. I think Pierre does.
Oh, it's also $100. That was fast.
Pierre Bike Life, you have Cash App? But anyway, as they come into the room, and I'll ask them what's what. As I so far I just have the two, you and Cassandra. But I want to get into. Oh no, you don't either. Okay. I want to get into. But type the word faith. For you guys can. Never. I want to show this video on. My topic was how far is disciplining your child or your children? When is disciplining goes too far? Back in my day, disciplining went way back too far, but it's not like it is now because we got the stitch board, we got the brush, the pot, the broomstick, switch off the tree, all that good stuff, and nobody never called ACS, CPS, or whatever you want to call it. It was just life for us. These days and times is so different, and I think the younger the parent, the different the discipline.
Right.
Um, I want to video of this that I found on YouTube. I don't know who she is, where she's from, whatever, but she was disciplining her daughter. And I want to get your intake on, do you think this way of discipline is correct, too much, too far, or whatever the case may be?
Night,
Let's,
baby.
let me see. Let me put this up here. Can I show it like this? Let's see.
Because my kid thinks it's more important to be pretty than educated, more important to be a follow body than a leader, right? Okay. I'm not a parent who likes to use physical discipline. Come here, you're gonna learn today, girl. No physical discipline. Don't mom me. No. You had your warning, you had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit if you have no education. I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom.
Do you think that's a little too much? Because
Um, mm, mm,
sometimes when you this first of all, the little girl was like in shock, like, is she really
right.
cutting my hair
Like
like
she
that?
really cutting my hair, right?
Yeah. So, and for a little girl, our hair is everything. So I think, me personally, I think that's a little bit too far, too far fetched. I think she could have been disciplined in another type of way. Okay, I told you to do X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. You ain't do it because you want to, as she say, be cute. But it's all right to be cute. But I don't think cutting off her hair would have did it. Especially if you done told her time after time to do X, Y, and Z.
Uh, um,
Um, yeah.
uh, um, my opinion. Well, I did that to my boys, but I didn't do that. The thing I don't like is that you put it on camera. That I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Because my
Mm-hmm.
son had braids and went off a little bit, and when they get ahead of themselves, I was like, all right, I warned him. I said, I'm gonna cut your hair off if you don't start doing better in school. You stop misbehaving. And he had long braids, and when he kept misbehaving, I cut it off. I said, nope, I'm not. You're not because I see the changes in you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a little
But for
girl, that's a little
uh-huh.
girl. I think
Right.
that could have handled that a little bit better and not just chopped it off. If you just wanted her to have a short haircut, you could have cut it in a style where it was short that she looked like a little girl, not traumatize her and cut her hair off. Like that was just
Right.
on camera. I think that
Mm-hmm.
was a little too much. But I mean, like, if the parent had no way to discipline her and she did not want to put hands on her or physically touch her,
Mm-hmm.
if she felt that that was a way of getting to her daughter without putting her hands on her, I mean, I won't knock her for disciplining her, but being on camera, I would say that I don't think you need to expose that on camera. Because the
Mm-hmm.
moment you call her off and she go to school the next day, she will have to explain that. But you put it on camera where no one was prepared for that.
It was meant to embarrass her, I believe. But I feel with little girls, because like I said, our hair is our glory, number one.
Right.
And it can give them like anxiety or aggressive behavior. Because of course,
Right.
when she's going to school tomorrow, I don't know how close her mother cut her braid. It looked like she cut it down to the rubber band. So
Right.
that's,
Or to the root.
yeah. How I'm going to look when I take this is, first of all, it's going to be choppy when she take it out, some long and short parts. I got to go to school
Right.
looking like tomorrow. So that's going to be like an embarrassment right there as it is. And then she's going to be teased or whatever the case may be. I think that does a lot for their
self-esteem
Yeah, I,
and
I think I
personality.
think I think it's too much for a little girl. Boys get their hair cut all the time, so
Right.
they can always do a little something something. But when it comes down to a little girl, it does a lot to their self esteem, and her self esteem seems high. The mama claims because she thinking being
Right.
cute is more important than X, Y, and Z. So it might be a little more going on in the background because it shouldn't take to go that far for me to cut your hair because you're not cleaning up your room or you're not doing your chores. Number one, I think could have
Yeah, no,
been
that wasn't. I would have put her hair in box braids, or she would have been starting to wear ponytails, or she would
hi.
have wore like plaits in her real hair or something.
Mm-hmm.
She would
Mm-hmm.
have no longer wore eyelashes. I'd have did something else. I wouldn't have just chopped the hair like that was. Why did she do that?
Because let me play the video again for those that's coming in. We're talking about how far it's going too far when it comes to disciplining your child or your children.
Because my kid thinks it's more important to be pretty than educated, more important to be a follow body than a leader, right? Okay. I'm not a parent who likes to use physical discipline. Come here, you gotta learn today, girl. No physical discipline. Don't mom me. No. You had your warning, you had your chance. I told you to listen. I told you stop disobeying my rules. I told you being cute ain't shit. If you have no education, I told you stop disobeying me. I told you to listen and do as you're supposed to. I told you to do good in school. I told you to do your daily routine and you yet to even do any of it. And you thought you were disobeying me today and I was not coming to cut this hair off. You're sadly mistaken because you thought being pretty was so much better than being educated or listening to your mom, right? Yes, this is what happens when you don't listen to your mom.
I mean, I can
Mm-hmm.
understand where her aggression came from. If her daughter was not going to school and she was doing a lot that was like hindering her to go to have a better to succeed in life, and she
Mm-hmm.
said she don't hit her children, I'm not gonna. I mean, I want to put it on camera.
Uh-huh.
That's the one thing I wouldn't have did. I might have would have chopped the hair, chopped it low to where she would have to wear it naturally. But I wouldn't have put it on camera. I wouldn't have did that. That was too much.
Mm-hmm. Peer bike that said get us some Walmart shoes. I think
Right.
to each his own house, somebody runs their household. And to me, I wouldn't have did that because I think she's just going out of anger. The mom is
Right.
going out of anger for the moment because after she's gonna have to invest in her hair. She's gonna have to do something with her hair. I don't think anybody would say she had a vent or something like that to go to. You gonna let your child going out looking like that with choppy up hair?
Yeah, see, that is the part. Like the unevenness. Like, how would you fix that?
Exactly. She have to do something with it. I think that was just spontaneous. I think because okay, she said she's being a follower, not a leader in school. Okay, I get that. Talk to your child, and you know, kids act different when they're away from their parents. Number one, they're gonna cut up. They're gonna try to fit in. They're gonna get the little cutesy going on. I don't know if that's her real hair or what the extensions. I couldn't tell, but
They look like extensions.
yeah, if it's an extensions, she cut up her hair along with it anyway. So, you know,
Right.
but I think it does a lot for their self esteem. And plus, sometimes too, even though we try to make our kids listen by doing, little things to them, it makes them more aggressive. It makes them kind of mean. It makes them more hard headed sometimes. Like, okay, she did this here, forget it. Now I'm able to just go on out. You know,
Right.
so it's a lot. It depends on how you discipline your child. Everybody know what their child needs.
Right.
Maybe that's what her child needs. Maybe to us it's too much, but for
Right.
her, it may not be. You know, but for me, I think that was a little too much. Um, Even sometimes taking away their phones. Sometimes they get that nonchalant. I don't care. Tell them not to look at TV. I don't care. So you have to sometimes go through other ways to get through to them in order for them to feel it. Because nowadays these kids have this I don't care attitude. Hey, unbothered Mimi, do you have Cash App? Val is saying, let's see. I saw fear in the face of her beautiful daughter, and the mother saw it as respect. I agree with that. Um, that was the point. If you got to obey me, are you going to have to walk around looking crazy? Exactly. Exactly. You know, it's it's a lot. It's a lot. So when it comes down to discipline, if your child was doing that, wasn't listening, going to school and being a follower, not doing too many chores at home, what type of discipline would you give your child?
Talking to me.
Hmm. Or in the chat too. In the chat, how do you discipline your child when they're misbehaving? As for me, because I don't have no kids no more, I got a full grown daughter. But I would say, it was the time, it was the timeout thing, because it depends on the child too. Mine
Right.
wasn't hard headed. She was more of a little scary Mary. It didn't take much. It only took me just giving her the eye, or giving her the look, and that was it. She knew what to do. So I didn't have too much of a hard time. As she got to be a teenager, not even then really that bad, because they all boy crazy when they meet that first boy.
Right.
But it's just, um, don't put other things before what you need to do, because it's only temporarily. The boy is only for a moment. You just starting out. You're gonna meet more boys. Everything's gonna be different. But in their mind, they in love. But other than that, I didn't have to do harsh discipline. It was just took a look for me. How about for you?
Her look, that's what kind of got me to, was just her look, that she was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Other that, she could have been shocked that you doing this on camera. She could have
Mm-hmm.
been shocked that you just chopped my hair out without no warning. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And she did not look like the type to fight her mother back, because if her she had a child like these kids out here, they'd have been fighting. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm my thing is, I would have took steps within her look, her image. I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't drastically just chop the hair. It would have been steps. It would have been like, all right, no more eyelashes, no more makeup, no more long hair. If you get braids, it's gonna have to be short. I'd have been taking steps before I decided to drastically say, well, I'm gonna cut your hair off. You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, my thing is, I don't want to never knock nobody's parenting, because
Mm-hmm.
today it's hard to raise children, and
Mm-hmm.
you try, and the abuse is the abuse is crazy, because you got parents that are laying their hands on their children and they're dying, or they being very excessive with their abuse,
Mm-hmm.
to where the children come out and get harmed in a situation.
Mm-hmm.
um you got parents out here that discipline their kids where they sleeping in garages and they waking up dead, or they starving them and they not feeding them, and it escalate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna knock her discipline. The only thing I'm thinking, that she could have did that in a better way. Like, you could have sat her down and said, well, I'm chopping your hair off today, and evenly did it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't put it on camera. I don't like disciplining my kids. It hurts me to discipline my kids. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put that on camera, me seeing the ugly side of what I have to do with my kids to get them in control. That's ugly. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing that really hurt me, is the camera part. Like, you could have did that off camera. And then if her hair was chopped that day, chopped off short, and not say chopped off, we're gonna say cut evenly short, and
Mm-hmm.
she went to school the next day, that would have been something she would have to explain to her friends. Now she got to explain the embarrassment. Now, even though you wouldn't care about the embarrassment, you want your child to do good, but now it's just it's kids are harsh. Kids, they tease one another, they make fun of the discipline. That can lead to a lot of self-esteem, self-doubt. um in that situation with the camera was being involved. If you're going to discipline your child, stop putting it on camera.
Right.
Do it properly. Do it steps. We
Mhm.
don't know if she took steps. We don't know how much steps she took. Maybe this was her last point and she was just like, yo, I'm fed up. The only thing I will say is you could have cut her hair a little bit different than that, just scalping her, and the camera.
It's camera for you. I like what Brother Mimi says. Me take away privileges and punishment, never anything to humiliate or strip them of their worth. I understand that, and Pierre saying it depends if you young or old school. That's true.
Right.
Um, I'm pretty much old school. I believe in harsher discipline from small, not harsh discipline, but discipline from small, not letting them get away with too much. Because as some parents think it's cute, you see
Right.
mom with the lashes and the makeup and stuff like that, and you see she look like a young girl, and you see her with the lashes and look like she got a little bit of makeup, and she got the weave in her hair. She ain't got no job, so who's buying this stuff for her?
Right. I'm right.
So how can you knock her as a child? She ain't got no job or nothing like that. So you're buying the makeup, you're buying the hair, you're buying the lashes. So you're creating this person because she looked like she's in probably junior high school. Maybe some people even let their kids do that at what, public school. And it changes their personality because they're trying to be grown a little bit too soon. And it just changes them. You ever see a kid that their mom put weave in their hair when they're too young? And all of a sudden their neck starts snapping and this, that, and the other, and all this hair is going on. But when they were bald headed, they were just as humble as they want to be. They were just as humble as they want to be with their little bald headed self. I'd rather keep them bald headed and humble than trying to be up and popping and thinking they
Right.
grown. I'm grown too soon. So that's why I say it's kind of a little mom's fault too, because if
Right.
you buy the lashes and the hair and the makeup, come on, she's still a little girl. Look like to me, she look like she no more than what, 12, 13.
Right.
She don't need
Right.
she don't need all that. She should still be wearing her own hair. I don't care if it's
Right.
short or long.
Like
You know.
my daughter, she got her hair's down on her back. You know what she got on her head right now? She got her
Hmm.
own hair in plaits. I call them slavery braids, and she wear that
Uh-huh.
I'll leave them. I'll put her hair in plaits, and I'll leave it in her hair for like 3 to 4 months.
Hmm.
And they're like, right now we gotta retouch it back up because
Exactly.
I seen when I used to do her hair and I used to give her the long weave. She was
Hmm.
doing a waving and a popping and a locking
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
you
Hmm.
know, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
that's the energy you give your child. You buying your child these eyelashes and these long braids, and you giving them that energy to act a certain way.
Exactly. And that's my point when it comes to our young ladies. Even we as women, most women that have girls dress their girls like they do. Most women that have girls dress their children like they do. If you're like a casual mom, you tend to dress your child kind of casual too. If you're one of the mom, you like this out, that out, this, that, and you feel it's okay because you're doing it, they dress their kids like that too.
Yep.
I have seen that. I have that even in my family. I think it's a little bit too much, but they think it's okay. But then when they come home pregnant, it's like, how that happen? How you expect for that to happen when they 15, 16, and all this, and they behind, they growing, they popping out like popcorn these days.
Right.
Right. It's no rush for all that. It's no rush for all that. Let them be kids.
Right.
Right. So it's
Let
just
them stay musty. Let them.
exactly. Exactly. Me and your sister had a long talk last night, Deborah. Okay. I heard y'all talking about some other stuff over there. We're gonna move from that point. We can still talk about, y'all can still put in your opinions about how far discipline should go, and that's why our girls tend to when they get their self-esteem gets pushed down or something like that, they
Right.
tend to go outward or do just weird stuff, or all of a sudden, because they start to feel a certain way about themselves, which isn't good. Which takes me over to Aura Kelly. Now, I hear Aura got a new album out. How do Aura?
Oh, really? Oh
Yes,
no.
Aura has a new.
They got him recorded in the jail cell?
Never know. My children get bread until she could pay for it. Exactly. Exactly. Let me answer something. So, old school moms are different from these modern day moms, and it heartbreaking in some cases. They tend to be their friend. I always say that, unbother Mimi, and my daughters will tell you right today. I was never her friend until she was in her late 20s.
Right.
I became her friend then, but all before that, I was her mother. Always her mother first, her friend last. You know, she used to get mad about it, and she said, I'm gonna always be my child friend, this, that, and other, so on, so. I said, you're gonna learn. Guess who's learning? Mom first, friend later. Friends go toe to toe with you.
Right. Right.
Friends
Right.
get aggressive with you. Friends then got to listen to you. Friends look at you like that's what friends do. But a mom gonna always have a respect. You're gonna back up a little bit there because that's my mom. She got my nerves, this, that, and other.
Right.
But when you're their friend, they tend to think they're on your level. Got to separate that. Got to separate that. But yes, they are not going to sell R. Kelly. But I'm telling you, R. Kelly has a new album out, and it's called "I Admit It." It's called "I."
Is he doing an OJ?
He doing something. He said, "I admit it." Now there's 3 songs on the album. That's a little bit weird to me. The first one is "Freaky Secrets." The second one is "I Found Love." Where you know found love at?
Right.
And "The Good Old Days."
Wow.
So also too, he's blaming the parents for their part in whatever it. Pretty much, he's
I
blaming
blame
the
the parent.
parents for young. I blame him too. He's right on some of that there, but it takes still two to tango. You still a grown man.
Grown man, right.
Hmm. So that's kind of crazy. I guess he did make it in the pokey because he ain't out.
Ha!
He ain't out. You know, I don't know what type of album cover he gonna have because we gonna see. Time will tell. But he supposed to have a album out there. You can Google it up.
I'm about
That
to do that right now.
and it's
It
just
just
crazy. It's just crazy. But a lot of them do that in jail. The escorts back in the day. How was
right.
their song? Um, I'll be sweeter to you tomorrow. I'll be sweet. But it's an old song, but it was like 5 or 6 of them in jail, and they made an album from in jail. You know, it that was way back when. But these days and times, I guess you got to pay them lawyers or whatever case may be. He can't
Right.
make the music out here, so who
Right.
knows? Who
And they
knows?
so stupid, and they probably gave it to him too. They probably gave him the opportunity to do it.
Probably so. Probably so. I'm quite sure they not really got their foot on his neck up in there. I'm quite to a point, but time will tell. Without saying I like his music. I like his music too. Don't get me wrong. I like Robert Kelly. I don't like R. Kelly.
Listen, I was a #1 fan where I could have been one of them girls on
Mm-hmm.
that plane at public school talking about he could take me. I go with R. Kelly. I wish he liked me. I still was like that when I was 20. And until I had my little girl, that's when things opened up to me to realize what he was doing was not right at all. Because if he would have did that to my little girl, or that happened to my little girl, I would have been in jail.
Exactly. But I do fault the parents that said like, here, you know,
Right.
they was about this here, and you have some parents that's like that. You know, I'll
So they kids.
sacrifice my child for $1. You know, it's just that's sick. That is sick. But once again, how far would a parent go for their child? You
Right.
know, it's like crazy. Number one, I feel when your child is into modeling, the music industry, be their manager. Because
Right.
ain't nothing like a mom being a manager. You know, if you hire a manager, the manager going to tell you, well, you know what? I think and I feel that it was okay for them X, Y, and Z. And then when something happened, because you're going to trust your manager. But had you been there yourself and heard and seen, you'd be like, nah, I'm going
That
with my
don't sound right. Right.
child. I'm going with my child. So I will have to learn the business real quick. Now, I may have somebody business minded on the side of me, you know,
Right.
but I will be my child manager. You
First
know?
of all, taking my child outside of where she live at has nothing to do with the music industry. Taking my child on a plane and locking her up has nothing to do with music. So the moment I seen that you was trying to separate my child from me would have been the moment I knew something was up. Period.
That's
When
true.
you said, "Oh, let your daughter come backstage," do you know how old my daughter is, sir? Do you want to be caught in that light? The moment I felt you asked me, can I not just say, can she come back here with me? First of all, I don't trust nobody with none of my kids' life, not even their own fathers. So why am I trusting a strange man
Uh-huh.
that's just taking her back there for a minute for an autograph? You know what can happen in a minute?
That's true. Val was saying I think they should still play his music. I don't think what they say or said happened, but there are so many people in the industry that are doing the same thing, and we're listening to the music.
Right. I stopped
That's
listening.
that's true. But see, when when I find out, because I like their music, but it's their spirit and the person
Right.
that I can't get with. I can't get with a child molester molesting kids, and I'm going to sit there and support his music. I can't. Once I find out, I can't buy it no more. I'm not going to support that. That's just me. I'm even if I did like the music, I'm just going to have to change my. I'll play what I used to have that before that, but anytime going forward, I have to leave them alone. I got to leave them in God's hands because I just can't support that.
It's
It,
like you said, it's a spirit, it's an energy,
mm-hmm.
it's like
He's he is really he's sick from his
yeah,
past trauma.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
spirit. It's like well, I'm telling you, I was 20 years old when my sister showed me the first video of him and the little girl. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, that's not him. I was crying even. I was like, nah, that's not him, blah, blah, blah. I still didn't believe it. What made me believe it was because not because of your action, is because how you got caught in that. Like any grown man would say, I don't want to be in the same room with a little girl because I don't want them to even think that's what's going on.
Right.
And you got caught in that like too many times to
Mm-hmm.
where how you old school, you older than us. You know not to let a little girl sit on your lap, not to sit too close to a little girl, not
Mm-hmm.
to let the conversation last too long with a little girl, so no one can indicate
Mm-hmm.
nothing of that going on. And you allow that for them to indicate it too many times.
Mm-hmm.
It's and I had my daughter is what made me say, nah, that's caught up too many times. That's too many indications. That's too many. Oh, it didn't happen, but it assuming it's happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. Um, he got caught out there quite a few times with his pants down, and people have come forward, and not only women, not only young girls, but the guys too.
Right.
That's how much he just messed up in the head. It's like his way. Well, that's why they call him the Pied Piper. He plays that music, swoon you, bring you in, and do
Right.
you to get you. So I hope he's getting help while
Right.
he's sitting there, because he needs help. He definitely needs help. You know, and some things is not going to change. For for instance, a friend of mine, he's a male, and he was telling me about his friend who's a male, and about his friends' girlfriends that he's with now. She has kids. They've been together for quite a few years. You know, the oldest daughter is now growing up. Now, of course, you've been with my mom for about 5 years. I'm comfortable with you. I know you, and I'm not. I'm looking at you as my stepdad,
Right.
but now you're looking at me differently. You know, he's expressing how her body shape is, and if he had the opportunity, what he would do. Of course, I had some choice words to say about that, this, that, and other. And, we talked about that. And I said, this is why women have to be careful of the person they bring into their homes with their kids. Because for the simple fact that, you could be with a person, and that's why women don't believe what their children say. He ain't never did that. I don't believe that. No, you lying, because they've been together for a while, and now you're not thinking my child is filling out. She's growing up. She got this going on. She got that going on. So I need to tell her to cover up a little bit more, or, just watch how homeboy is looking around. But we don't think like that. We just go about our willy nilly, leave them in the house with our kids, and go ahead on this, that, and other. And then the switch starts to come in. I am very leery about that. Very
Right.
right. Because you really don't know a person. So my guard is always up. I don't care who I'm dating. I'm always looking. You know, that's just me. I'm always looking. You're not her dad.
Right.
Right. So I'm gonna lean to the side and watch you.
Right.
Right. You know, and it could be innocent all the way around, but that's just me. The protective mode in me. I'm gonna make sure things is gonna be straight.
Right.
You know, so you just never know a person.
Yeah, I
But
would. I feel like that I have to watch you around my children. You won't be around my children. I would just keep separated. Like I have a daughter, and I
hey,
don't.
room TV. Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't
Oh,
want my
I
kids
have
in that.
a daughter, and I'm very cautious. Who's around her? How much she's exposed. I'm cautious around her brothers. Like, be careful. Like, don't wear this, don't wear that. Just, be fully dressed. Be
Mm-hmm.
aware when you are around men, period. Be very aware.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Val saying, I don't want my kids in that industry because everybody is the same. And for these
Right.
parents who are putting their kids out there like that so they can get money out of your shame of themselves, should be
Right.
shame of themselves. I think if your child have gifts and talents, because that's what God blesses us with, gifts and talents, and Satan just roams the earth doing whatever case
Right.
may be. I wouldn't hold my child back from their gifts and talents, but I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it, and I'm going to be aware, and I'm just going to, I want her to enjoy her gifts and talents. Let her be used, for her gifts and talents, but also I'm not going to put her in the hands of anybody, you know,
But I
outside of my
like
presence.
to do my job. Put it.
Exactly. Hmm. I'll be a momager.
Yeah.
So, that's for both girls and boys. No woman don't need to leave the girls around stepdad. No, that's
Right.
true. Yeah. So it's just crazy what how people just flip. But my thing is this here: there's no way. that you can be around well, I'm saying it is too, but
That's
how can
hard.
you
Like that.
grow up, nurture a child and then turn around and like the child? That's because it was always in you.
Right. Right.
It's something that was always in you, and that's why I try to explain to my friends that it was always in them. It was
It's
always in
been
them.
like that.
You revert back. I said it was always in him. I said you know him in and out. I said think back to his conversations. You know how he would talk about women, how he talk about girls. I said think back, and I said once you do, you're gonna realize he always had those intentions in him.
But females are in women, not females. Women are in denial about a lot of stuff. They
True.
don't want to face the reality because they're afraid of the outcome or they're afraid of what the ending is gonna be. I said that twice. They're afraid that the relationship is gonna end. You know, their self-esteem is low because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
no matter what a person is, it's like in the Bible, when God ended the world with Noah, and he said that they are who they was when they was little. And this been going on. You might have seen signs and just ignored it. He might have expressed something to you and you just ignore it. No one cannot hide their stripes forever. They're going to slip.
Exactly.
The
That's true.
you've been with him, he had
Mm-hmm.
some indication. He spoke inappropriate. He was looking at something inappropriate. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so that ton just popped up. I can't see that
That,
all popping up. I can't just see that all. Oh my gosh!
and I
I
agree.
didn't
I
know.
agree. Because there's always red flags somewhere.
They
Sometimes we overlook those red flags, but mm-mm. Those flags was there, and some women just ignore them because they, like you said, they don't want their relationship to end, so they trying to hold on. So I'm just saying
right.
that no mind. Mm-mm. And that messes up a child's head when they're a person that's supposed to be their protector, their mom, their dad, and they're coming to them and telling them what happened, and they just don't want to believe them. That messes up a child's head, you know. So it's just crazy, and then you wonder why your child grows up to be the aggressive one after a while.
And
You know.
even if your child indicated that, it could be true or not true.
Have a great night, Patty.
Because my child indicated that, we got to separate this.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's true or not true, I'm not defending it. Defending it. I don't know why my child felt like she had to lie. Guess what? We're gonna have to separate this. You're gonna have to stay outside the home, or we're gonna have to end this because even if it's not happening, or if it is, I don't want it happening. I want my daughter to feel a certain way. It's
Mm-hmm.
just over. Over, or we're gonna have to handle this in a different situation. Even if
It,
it's not true.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. God, people will do little mean things to your kid just to sometimes get back at you,
Yeah.
you know? So you have to, you just have to watch people because that is just crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, my sister was talking about last night going on to another thing. It was a video that this girl, I had watched the video too. She she wanted she was upset because her boyfriend proposed to her after 10 years, and um, he proposed to her in a car. Hey, I got you a ring, let's get married. And she said no. And he was like, why? She was like, you mean to tell me after 10 years you want to propose to me? And then on top of that, you want to propose to me in a car? You couldn't like take me out to eat, made it more, you know, more of a special, like a little occasion, make her feel good, this, that, and other. So he pretty much, she like, forget it. No. So he put out the car. So he said, I can't believe, it shouldn't, for him, it shouldn't matter when I do it, I did it. Some people agreed with it, some people didn't. Me, personally, I would have I would have told him, you mean to tell me you can't come better than this here? You just gonna propose to me in a car? You couldn't bring me
Like you
flowers to after
with
dinner after 10 years of what I put into this relationship. This is what I get. I would have told him get the hell out of here too.
right.
I think it was an insult.
No,
You
I
know,
feel the same way. Like I feel the same total way. You couldn't not like that.
it bothers me. Okay.
We could have planned this out. You could have did this way better than that. To me, it felt like you just did it to get it over with.
Exactly. Or you tired of messing around, or nobody wants you no more. So now, okay, let's do it.
Right.
Nah, I'm not. Don't be giving me. No, I thought that was kind of tacky. That was definitely tacky. Mm-mm-mm. That's just a mess and a half. So like, I don't blame her. I don't blame her a bit.
Yeah. You want listen, if you don't want to be married like that or like the proposal, you have every right to say no. Nah, get out of here. Because if you ain't got the right energy,
That's
I ain't got
an
it.
intimate moment that you can't get back.
Right.
So you want your intimate moment to be just that, intimate and special. You don't want no little here. Get out of here.
Your
Mm.
story to your kids, you're gonna be like, yeah, he just threw the ring at me in the car, kid.
Exactly. We said, come on, let's go ahead and do this here. No,
Right.
get out of here. That is just
Or you
crazy, crazy,
you
crazy.
kept quiet.
A shut up ring. Here, shut up. No, that ain't happening. So, what guys? Any guys? Let me see who got. Any of y'all have Cash App besides Cassandra and Eyes Love to Talk? Anybody else have Cash App? Give me a yes. Give me a yes so I can put you on the wheel.
Guys, y'all gotta get hip to Cash App. Cash App is such an easier way to receive money from far distance. Or your kids be
I
like,
can't
Mom,
do
can I get
the Zelle.
some money?
I can't do the Zelle. Oh, unbother Mimi, you got Cash App? Okay, let me put you up on the wheel, hon. Let me see.
When my kids ask me for money, I Cash App the money. Here you go.
Oops.
And it's free. It
Yeah, I do
don't
too.
force. They give you a free card. It takes only probably, I give it 20 minutes. Because, those
Right.
be getting more, I give it 20 minutes, sign up for the card. And if like I lost my Cash App card and I asked for a replacement. You could design it however you want, and it gets you 3 days, you get your Cash App card.
I heard about the Cash App card. I'm learning more about that there. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I don't really
That
use
is
it.
cool. Let me see. Okay, Wong said he don't have it. Okay. You don't really how to use it, but at least you got it for when you do want to use it.
Right.
Well, we only have 3 people for the wheel tonight. I'm gonna do a little $10 Cash App. So let me spin this here wheel. Let's make it just go ahead and do what it do with the folks that's here. Let's see. I gotta get a mouse for this iPad thing because sometimes the iPad want to act stupid. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Ain't that something? Don't bother me.
Yay!
Unbother Mimi, drop your Cash App in the chat and let's do
Drop
it one more time.
that,
What do it one more time? Let's do it one more time.
drop that Cash App. Yay! Drop that Cash App.
That's right. That cash. Oh, Cassandra Liberty.
Yay! Drop that Cash App.
But it's all right though, because guess what? You're all gonna be a winner tonight. Because there's only 3 of y'all. You're all a winner tonight.
I won
So
the last.
I'm gonna take off. Me,
I have won the last
I'm
time.
just we gonna do with
We gonna do
look
it,
at it.
do
And it's
do
still
do it.
and it's still gonna go with nothing. You only got one person up there, and it's still on. Oh, okay. It's alive, left to go. Right, y'all all winners tonight. There only was 3 of y'all. So drop your cash app in the chat. Let's see. Let me get this on out of here. Let me remove that. It could buy you a cup of coffee and a donut.
That's for sure enough can.
That's right.
Or car fare. You hear about they
Th-
going up to almost $3?
That's true. That is so true. Let's see. Unbothered Mimi is. Oh, you a Scorpio? Unbothered Mimi. I'm a Scorpio too. Let's see. It say. Do it say Huff? This is you. Let me see. Can I put it over here? Oops. Is that you Unbothered Mimi? It says Huff. But when you send something, that's a wrap. I appreciate. Yes, it's okay. All right.
You gonna leave a message and everything on it.
Mm-hmm. Real winner.
Or you should have told her request it and you could send it straight to her. So that you know what's going on.
I think that's her though. It says Huff Mimi. She said, "I appreciate it. Yes, ma'am. I'm a Scorpio." I think I already have you. I love to talk. Huff. That's what it said. There, got everything down there. She said, "Yep, that's me." When you get it, say, "I got it."
Oh, let me see.
Let me see. I already know yours, eyes. When you get yours, eyes, just say, "I got it." And Cassandra, where did Cassandra leave? Walmart to Walmart me. What that mean, Walmart to Walmart you? Cassandra, you still here? Cassandra, calling Cassandra. You got it? All right. Where is Cassandra? Did Cassandra leave? Cassandra. Cassandra. Walmart to Walmart me. I don't know what that means. Walmart to Walmart. I think Cassandra might have left, but Cassandra, you come up here, or whenever you come up here, just hit me up so I can send it to you. Hey, Chamut. I can't pronounce that name. Channel. Yeah. So it was this was a little quickie, just a few things that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to spin my wheel because I haven't spent my wheel in a while. I wanted to talk about the proposal. What's too much as far as disciplining your children, and talking about a few things with R. Kelly. And as we network and pick up a few friends here and there and say hello to some old friends, as usual, y'all all is great. And y'all know me, when my hour is up, I take 2 steps to the rear and get on out.
Yeah.
things to do, places to go, jobs to get to. And while y'all working, I'm laid back, retired, and loving it. You're welcome, Unbother Mimi. Thanks. I've loved to talk. Always, my channel's always open to
Thank
you.
you for having me up. I
Yes,
appreciate it.
always come here. That's why she got the best name. I love to talk because she love to talk. She gonna get a conversation going.
Listen.
She gonna pour into what you're saying. So I like that. I like that. You want to talk back to me, church? Visit I love to
There you
talk.
go.
Visit I love to talk.
See you
She
later, guys.
okay. So on that note, guys, thank you all once again. Wong, Unbothered, Schmidt channel. I love to talk. Pierre Bike Life, Patty Fish, Val and Families. Cassandra, where are you? Rule TV. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want you guys to have a blessed day tomorrow. Kapow TV, Hong Kong. Thank you also. Um, I'm going to upload a video for tomorrow, but I just had to come over here, show my face, talk to my folks, let you know I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. And I love you all. Have a blessed week. Have a blessed week. And whatever's going on in the world, don't let the cares of the world weigh you down. The only way we can beat that and be stress free and go on with our lives and be happy in our mind, body, and spirit, put them two hands together and pray. Prayer changes everything. On that note, this your girl Deborah Catch by Faith saying, continue to wash them hands, cover them babies, pray over your children, keep them as healthy as they can. If they got little sniffles or whatever case may be, or too many kids in schools getting sick, um, you know, what can you do? Some parents have to work and we have to leave our children, take them to daycare. We have to take them to school. Even though our kids is fine, everybody's not like that. They send their kids to school sick with colds and stuff like that. Children are going to play. They're going to touch each other. They're going to hug each other. They're going to put the same toy in their mouth. They're going to touch somebody's hands and put their hands all over them. Pray for your kids and keep them as healthy as they can. Give them their vitamins, something that give them a little fight back as they go out there and tackle them germs that they need to tackle also. I know from place to place there's been some shortages on the antibiotic for the kids. They don't want to give them amoxicillin. A lot of parents are requesting it for their babies and whatnot. There is It may not be in your neighborhood, but go to other neighborhoods and get that prescription filled because there is medicine out there, antibiotic for those babies to take. On that note, good night, guys. Talk to you soon. Later. Hey, Wong, always healthy, ma'am. Yes, stay healthy. Talk to you guys later. Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm. Where is my